Hey everyone, good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Darrell Winninger from the Central Oregon Daily Weather Center. We are about to do a deep dive into your most reliable forecast. The next several days, we find ourselves in an active weather pattern. This means more rain, some thunderstorms, higher fire danger, and stronger winds are expected. On top of that, we already have some fires in play across Central Oregon and just outside of the high desert. Now, as we go forward through the next couple of days, views like this are going to become the norm, where we see a lot of cloud cover, some showers in the distance, and a few of our cameras that are tracking some fire activity. That Pine Mountain camera currently looking out at the Marks Creek fire. That's in northern Crook County. And when we look at a few more of the Oregon Hazards Lab cameras, we do see some of them that are focused in on different areas, but ultimately we have showers pushing through the high desert. There have been some lightning strikes, and through the next couple of days, more of this is expected. In fact, when we go ahead and look at rainfall and lightning totals across the high desert, this is the last 24 hours, it shows that there have been about just over 150 lightning strikes in and around Central Oregon. Most of those are through the west slopes of the Cascades, but on the east slopes of the Cascades and into parts of Deschutes County, we have had some lightning. So that is something we're continuing to track, and currently our air quality is sitting pretty good to moderate for a few spots across the high desert. Now, the next couple of days, we're going to be tracking smoke plumes from both the Marks Creek fire and the Immigrant fire. You can actually see those on the map, but let's dive in and take a closer look at this. We're focusing on the Marks Creek fire at the moment, and this map shows that it is about 17 miles away from Prineville to the east and the northeast. Let me move this so you can see it a little bit better. So Prineville's right here, 17 miles east and northeast is where the Marks Creek fire is. Now, this fire started yesterday around noon, and it blew up pretty quickly. Overnight, it got to the almost 2,000 acres. Now, the perimeter that you're seeing here is 1,650 acres as defined by the NIFC, but there are some reports where it's estimated a little bit bigger because we can see those hot spots outside of the perimeter. Now, last night, or this time yesterday, there wasn't much in the way of details for evacuation zones, but here's where we're sitting right now. The evacuation zones for the Marks Creek fire include a level 3 go now evacuation right here. That is Highway 26, so to the east and south of Highway 26, there's a pretty expansive level 3 go now evacuation that goes all the way down to Ochoco Creek Road, and continues a little bit further to the north. And this time yesterday, it only went to Little Hay Creek Road, so it has been expanded quite a bit, and outside of that red, that level 3 go now evacuation is level 2 and then level 1. Now, Type 3 incident team has already responded to this, and they're working hard to fight it. Good news is showers are on the way. This is going to help firefighting efforts. Bad news is there's a chance of thunderstorm activity on top of that. So let's go ahead and look at that smoke forecast model. You can see where the Marks Creek fire is, and the Immigrant fire is just behind my head. Let me move that over. Now, here through the overnight hours and tomorrow, we're looking at those smoke plumes dancing around, impacting air quality, not just across the high desert, but in and around our entire Tri-County area, so further to the south and in different directions. Now, some of this smoke on the other side of the map, on the east side of the map, is coming from Washington, where there are some fires burning as well. But here in the high desert, we are expecting it to be impacting our air quality. So satellite and radar paints a gorgeous picture right now. Look at that rain. We need that rain. And thunderstorm activity has fizzled out. Earlier this afternoon, there were some thunderstorms to the west of Bend and Redmond, and actually just outside of Sisters, but those have fizzled out and moved off to the west. Right now, just some showers through the Tri-County area. Now, when we just go ahead and take a tour across the state, South Central Oregon, areas of clearing, some showers out there. There is a pretty big thunderstorm complex just to the west of Glendale on the other side of the Cascades. That's not coming our way. And moving up to the eastern side of the state, well, we don't see too much at all. So right now, just these showers with some thunderstorms through Central Oregon. And when we look at the bigger picture, this is all part of a very weak low pressure. You can kind of see that circulation between Roseburg and Medford, and here through the overnight hours, this low is going to be fizzling out, but the plume of moisture that it drew up into the Pacific Northwest stays with us. And here's what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and look at the bigger picture. So right now across central Oregon, we have the backside of this low pressure that's continuing to push through, but this plume of moisture right here, coming right into the Pacific Northwest, and it's mostly to the east of California at this moment, but all of that is still going to be over us through the next couple of days. On top of that, there's a pretty large low pressure system out over the Pacific Ocean. Just north of that, another low. So we have a double barrel low right here that is going to be impacting us here through the next several days, continuing to get more of that Pacific moisture, continuing to see winds off the coastline that are breezy, and even getting breezy at times here on the high desert, where we are looking at showers, some thunderstorms, and a big cooling trend. A lot of people are going to like this cooling trend, our first real taste of fall on the high desert, but currently we're not too dry. If you're along 126 and further to the north, drier conditions with relative humidity values in the teens and 20s, but outside of that, we have higher relative humidity where we've been getting these showers pushing through. And here through the next couple of days, we're continuing to see that across the high desert. And I just got an update from Central Oregon Fire Info. They are the Central Oregon Interagency Dispatch Center. They've upgraded the acreage on the Marks Creek fire to 2,500 acres. So it continues to observe moderate rates of spread as this event is ongoing. Now, let's look at a forecast model, because here through the overnight hours, we do have some sprinkles lingering over the high desert, showers Thursday, and showers and some thunderstorms by Friday during the afternoon and evening hours. So that is something we're really going to be tracking, that thunderstorm potential. High temperatures in the last 24 hours, 80s and 90s. Some of those are holdovers from yesterday. Right now, we do still have 94 in Warm Springs, but many of us in the 70s and 80s. That puts us, look at this temperature spread, between 8 and 20 degrees cooler than we were just 24 hours ago. Now here through tonight, we're expecting to fall back through the 60s, reaching into the 50s with a few 40s on the map. By tomorrow, 80s and some 90s once again. So these warm days stick around. Now today did not get as warm as we were forecasting, and that's because the showers started up a little earlier. That rain-cooled action kept us from really heating up. But tomorrow we're starting off in the 60s, topping out in the 80s and 90s with scattered PM showers expected. Notice tomorrow, just showers in the forecast. By Friday and Saturday, thunderstorm chances return, but look at this huge dip in temperatures, losing 20 plus degrees in just the next 5 days, going from the low 90s and some 80s back into the 70s with the potential of some 60s by the beginning of next week. So here is your forecast model. It does show that as of 4:55, just before the 5 o'clock show, we have a system offshore, and through the overnight hours, some sprinkles are still going to be possible, but this system stalls out. And by tomorrow, we keep that moisture, so scattered showers are expected. Notice in this graphic, we don't see too many of the yellows, the oranges, the reds. We're not looking at too much in the way of thunderstorms, maybe a few lightning strikes. By Friday afternoon, some thunderstorms possible. By Saturday afternoon, some thunderstorms possible. Notice the pattern? Yeah, that continues well in through the weekend and into next week. So an active weather pattern is expected. Now switching gears, looking at our long-range forecast model, this one actually shows that through Sunday, more showers. Not so much in the way of thunderstorms, but that returns by Monday with overcast conditions, periods of clearing showers and thunderstorms. By Tuesday, that rain chance is still in the forecast, so really that low just parks it offshore and stays in place. Late Wednesday, we start to see some clearing. By then, we're already in the 60s for highs. Now, between this evening and Friday at 11 p.m., showers and some thunderstorms are expected. Let's time it out. Through the rest of this evening, more showers are in the forecast. By Thursday afternoon, a few showers out there. Most of us just getting some sprinkles. By Friday afternoon, showers and thunderstorms. And so we are getting back into that more active weather pattern. Meanwhile, right now, gusts aren't too bad for most of the high desert. We do have a light breeze that is getting breezy at times. So when we look at the forecast model, actually everything to the left of this white line is observed, everything to the right is forecast. Tonight, we're looking at winds becoming breezy and then tapering winds. By tomorrow, mostly a light breeze, and by Friday, stronger winds are indeed expected. So for tonight, 60s, 50s, and a few 40s possible, where we get a little bit more clearing. By Thursday, 80s and some 90s expected, and our 7-day planner really shows that temperatures really start to gradually cool, and then we're through the 70s and into the 60s early next week. More periods of smoke, the potential for more fire starts because of the chance of thunderstorm activity and winds getting breezy at times. So here's a look at your weather headlines for this Wednesday, September the 3rd. Rain and some thunderstorms are on the way, and we are getting a good bit of it with daily rain chances through most of the 7-day planner. We do have a risk of dry lightning through the next 72 hours, and winds are going to get breezy at times. Then a big cooling trend is on the way. That's the latest in weather. Join us tonight on Central Oregon Daily News at 5 and 11 on ABC, and at 6, 7, and 11 on CBS. We'll see you then.